All right. Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we'll talk about BTC. We'll take a look at BTC on the macro view and what type of price action we could anticipate over the next like a few weeks or even like a month going forward, right? So we'll take a look at BTC in terms of moving averages. We'll take a look at BTC in terms of MACD, RSI, and possibly in terms of wave analysis, okay? Because in terms of wave analysis, we will discuss it in terms of like a potential bullish setup, right? The only bullish setup I can find, if we retest like a 30K and all that good stuff, right? So now let me make sure the sound is good. Let's check the chat room. Hey, what's up, Michael? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Capitulation finally. Hey, what's up, Clay? Thanks a lot for tuning in. All right, so let me know if the sound is good. Give me guys 1 second, right? All right, so just say 589 if the sound is good. If not, we just call it we just make sure the sound is good before. Okay, 589. All right, so now let's do this. All right, so BTC is now below 33.5, right? Not looking so good at all. All right, okay. All right, guys, so now let's take a look at BTC on a monthly basis, right? So on a monthly basis, when we take a look at it, what we're seeing right now is pretty is pretty straightforward. We talk about it like over the last few months. We said if we close below the monthly 21 EMA, we just have to pack our bags, because price action could be dipping all the way down to our monthly 50 EMA from the monthly 21 EMA. As of now, the monthly 50, it is at 26K, give or take, right? Depending on volatility. In terms of indicators, right? In terms of MACD on our monthly basis all the way down to our 3 weeks basis, right? Been showing us like, hey, even though we're looking good above the 21 EMA right here, I'm still negative. Okay, the MACD was saying like I'm still negative, so it wasn't a bullish a bullish pump right here. It was just a sideways correction. But if you if you take a look at it on 1 hour chart, 6 hour time frame and all that good stuff, you might be very bullish. But if you zoom out, right, you take a look at it on the higher time frame, you're going to be like, okay, I don't like it. My 3 weeks MACD is pretty negative, right? And price action could not stay above the 21 EMA. So the overall trend, right, it is still down. So now let's take a look at BTC on the weekly basis. So on the weekly basis, it is not looking good at all. It closed below the weekly 100 EMA. And whenever we close below the weekly 100 EMA, we know it is a strong bearish momentum, okay? I wasn't even waiting for the weekly, the regular weekly 100 EMA to close. We already got the close on the 7 days basis, right? Because the 7 days candle open on, Friday, okay? So, during the weekend, right, I know most bulls been anticipating a pump and all that good stuff, but I was like, just be cautious, right? You don't want to be shorting at 34, 35, right? But the trend, it is still down. Okay, you just have to stay with your initial short position. If you enter anywhere above like a 40k and all that good stuff, just put a stop loss and stay with the trend. Okay, so now when we take a look at it also on a weekly basis in terms of indicators, right? Our MACD right here is showing like a strong bearish momentum. Okay, I know some bulls will call it like a divergence, but you just have to be very cautious because most people don't know how to read these divergences, right? And they're going to be going and say, oh, it is a divergence. You cannot call it a divergence until we get a bullish crossover right here. Okay, and that way we could start like to focus on our Elliott wave analysis, and we could be like, okay, we could get this three-way move up, this X to the downside, right? Retest support anywhere around this area, and a possible push to the upside. But we're only going to get this move, okay, if and only if, right, our MACD on our 3D basis at least, okay, up to the weekly basis flips bullish. Okay, you see what I'm saying? If the 3D basis flips bullish right here, we could start to look for a push to the upside. However, as long as the 3D MACD is pointing down like that, right, we're not going to be looking for this move. You see what I'm saying? If you recall, when BTC was making this choppy move right here, what we said, when BTC was making this choppy move right here, what we said, as long as MACD is pointing up, we're not going to drop. As long as MACD is pointing up right here, we're not going to get any capitulation. And if you've been watching our channel long enough, right, since like at least January, right, after we flipped bullish right here, we said forget about the capitulation. Okay, forget about the capitulation. The reason for that, you have to zoom out on a monthly basis, and we said on a monthly basis, once we retest our monthly 21 EMA, we will get some sort of a sideways correction, right? However, on a monthly basis, you don't know how long it'll take, right, for the sideways correction to be done, right, before you get the next move to the upside or to the next move to the upside or to the downside, right? That's why we were paying attention to our 3D basis, right here. That's why we were paying attention to our 3D basis. As long as MACD stays negative, right, just like what we said on the upside, I mean, at least, you can call it upside or sideways correction, right here, have to watch your MACD. Okay, so it is pumping to the upside, right? You're not gonna get any, it is pumping to the upside. Let's do this one is red. Okay, this one is green. Okay, so right here, so if this guy keeps on dumping, right, it is going to be hard to get a big pump. Okay, I'm not saying we won't get it, because it takes time, right, for the MACD to flip positive. It could take like a week, 2 weeks before the MACD to flip positive. So it means like at some point BTC will need to get a support right here, move sideways, allow MACD to basically recover, right, and basically start to pump to the upside. And we're going to be like, okay, any dump right now, right, going to be a support. I mean, any dump right now going to be a temporary pullback, and we're just going to be following our lower time frame moving averages, right, to support the price for us to get our X to the upside. Okay, something like that. Okay, that way we could be saying, okay, W, X, and Y to the downside possibly. Okay, or it could even be the absolute bottom. We don't know. Okay, we just don't know, but we will just follow the 3D time frame, right, over the next like a few hours, but few weeks, right? It could take like 3 to 6 weeks before we get a proper proper reversal. I'm just estimating the time frame. It doesn't matter, but just estimating. Okay, we're just retesting now the yearly lows right around like a 33k. So let's see. Okay, if you're a bear, be cautious. You don't want to be shorting BTC once again below 34. Okay, I said it even before we dump below 35k. So the initial entry point was just about like a 40k after we broke out below the 3D 21 EMA. Okay, if you've been following me, we said MACD is negative, the trend is down, so no need to be looking up. Okay, so now instead of stressing out looking for entry right now, that's going to be pretty that's going to be pretty aggressive and pretty pretty risky. Okay, pretty risky. So our next big support, as we said, going to be the July 2021 lows right here. Okay, that's going to be the bigger support we're going to be looking for. and you know, wait for a few days, few weeks to see what, you know, these indicators will do, if we're going to get this move or not. Okay. All right, so let me take a look at the chat room to see if you got any question regarding BTC on the higher time frame, right? Hey, what's up, Kevin? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Quiet Cook in the house, cooking some ether in the kitchen. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We got ZX. Thanks a lot for tuning in. All right, so everything is looking good for the bears right now, right? So now let's take a look at BTC in terms of volume, because we're still not getting the big volume we've been anticipating, right? In terms of structure. Okay. So if you take a look at the volume right here, as I told you, you know, ever since BTC was, you know, above 50K, we said, guys, the volume is decreasing right here. We're going to get a big move over the next like a few weeks and so on, or even like a few months. So I don't think like we're even capitulating yet. So in order to get any capitulation, we got to get the big volume right here. That's why I'm thinking like the move is not over yet. Okay, it is not over yet. Okay, so it could retest. If it retests like 30K with the low volume, right, it means like, you know, most likely buyers are waiting somewhere around the low 30Ks area. Okay, any dips after that could be, you know, bought up very quickly, and price action could reverse back up to a resistance, and we will decide what to do once we get there, or we will decide, you know, what type of you know, reversal we could get right here. As we just said, on the lower degree, on the 3D basis, it will give us a directional move, the 3D time frame. Okay, but as of now, okay, it is a support. It is looking good. Bulls just need to be cautious, accumulate the dips, right? And bears just have to put a stop loss, right? Accumulate, you know, taking profits and buying back BTC, and be chill. Okay, it is a win-win situation. It doesn't matter if you're bullish or bearish. If you shorted above at or above 40K, you're still closing your positions, right? Reaccumulating BTC and waiting for the proper reversal to the upside. Okay, if you're bullish, it is a win-win situation for you also. Okay, you just, you know, sit tight, relax, accumulate the dips. You know, you're going to get a big volume at any given time, right? And once you get that big volume, you know we're going to be reversing to the upside, because price action cannot dump forever, it cannot pump forever. But as of now, on the macro view, the direction for BTC, it is still down, right? That's one of the most important, you know, that's one of the most important thing, you know, we just have to remember the direction is down. Okay, is down, and we're still moving in sideways. You could call it a bear market, a downtrend, whatever you want to call it, but we're still in the same range over the last you know, over the last like a 14-15 months. Okay, so right here back in January 2021, BTC was at 29K, okay, 30K, and you know, May, June 2022, we're still above 30K. So you take a look at it, 17 months with, you know, 17 months of sideways correction. Okay, and we could be in this range for the next like a, you know, for the next like a 12 month. Okay, who knows, 12 month, 15 month, whatever. Okay, something to keep in mind, right? It could do something like that, or it could even do something like that and just pushes to the upside, as we could read it as a macro flat correction and a push to the upside. Okay, a lot of speculation, right? A lot of a price pattern we could draw in this range, right? But we're just going to keep it very, very, very simple. Okay, if we get a big volume, once again, you know, we know the trend is over. Okay, if we retest 30K, we're almost at 30K right now, right? If we retest 30K, we should see like, you know, some supports, could see some supports right here. If not, we just take it down to the monthly 50 EMA. Okay, monthly 50 EMA at 26K. Okay, so 2020, 2018, 2021 lows, right? At 28.80, something like that, 29. Not try to be cute with the exact price, right? But I would just say 30K. Okay, that was the lows for the 2021. Okay, and BTC on a 12-month cycle has never closed, right, below, you know, any previous 12-month cycle. Okay, meaning like we just been making like higher lows. Okay, you can see like even the 2018 bear market, right? Most people have been saying it's been brutal, right? It wasn't. If you take a look at it on a yearly cycle, all you needed to do is just be patient, right? After 50% drop, that's all you needed to do. So BTC right now, you can see like it is retesting the previous yearly cycle lows, right? I mean, we never seen it before, okay? Where BTC, I mean, right here we saw it, but it never closed below it, right? You see what I'm saying? So a retest of 30K on the macro view, if you holding BTC for the next like 2 to 3 years, 30K is a, it is a gift, okay? It is a gift, all right? I know some bears are calling for 80% drop, right here, 82, 83% drop, right? Some bears are calling for BTC to drop like down to 12K, 10K area. Yes, but something you got to keep in mind, the bear market we had in in 2019 right here did not drop 83%, only dropped like, let's say 76%, okay, in 2018 right there, right? So did not drop that much. So who knows, okay, we could just drop like, let's say 71% again at 20K. That's possible, okay? That's possible, but I don't see a 95% dump, 83% dump and all that good stuff. If we get 83% dump, that's going to be a gift, because it is most likely not going to stay there too long, okay? That's my personal view, but we will see, okay? Bears, hey, what's up, Charlie? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Bears are jumping and humping. Hey, what's up, Cannibal Wealth? Thanks a lot for tuning in. All right, so I'm done with BTC. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ether. So Ether is getting the job done, right? Ether right here, it is breaking below the monthly 21, so it is a good time for bears to be taking profit. Any pump after the retest of the 21 could be just a temporary pullback. So as we said in our premium, right? So Ether, we said Ether, any pump, after the retest of the monthly 21, right? If it pumps back up to like a 26, 27, right, it is still going to be a shorting opportunity. I don't know if it will. I don't see any indication right now of a potential pump, but it is something that we just want to be ready for, just in case on the low degree we got some good news and bulls start to jump and hump and all that good stuff. No, we're basically just going to take it back to the downside. So regarding Ether, we're talking about the 1700 range to be the next support right here, okay? 1700 to 1900 range. If we're just looking for the macro flat correction like that after the breakout below the monthly 21 EMA. On a weekly basis, we're not yet at the weekly 100 EMA, right? So BTC is below the weekly 100 EMA, but not Ether, okay? So Ether, as we're saying, could get a temporary support if BTC doesn't break the 33, 32K area, okay? So Ether could get, could make some sideways correction and all that good stuff. If the move is impulsive, right, which I'm expecting, we could be dumping down in terms of Fibonacci. You could be looking for, 0.786 to be like somewhere around like a 2130, right? 2111, depending on how you want to draw it, right? And 0.888 going to be somewhere around like 2000, give or take, okay? So in full retracement going to be at 1710. So as soon as we dump below 3150, that's when we call for the Ether directional move. Remember, Ether, we were looking for the move to start right here, go down, okay? Because that's what I was expecting right here, this to be a a zigzag formation, right? But we ended up getting a WXY correction like that, which is still the same thing, okay? The directional move, it is still the same. If you take a look at it in terms of indicator, the indicator, our MACD doesn't look so bullish, right? Pointing down, and we talk about it also, right? We said MACD is pointing down, and if you want to take a look at it cleanly, you can see on the 10D, right? On the 10 days time frame, I was telling you guys, whenever you see MACD making this structure, right, you better run away. You better run away. Okay, you better run away. And Ether looks pretty good on the 10 days, right? We got 48 hours to close the 10 days time frame, and I don't see, right, anything can happen, right? But I don't see Ether pushing back up like a 3000 in the next 24 hours, okay? 48 hours on the 10 days time frame, looking at the MACD. If it does, it is just going to be a fake out. But the 10 days time frame, just like the weekly time frame, is pointing down, a possible full retracement from from the July lows, right? June highs, right? July lows, November highs, right? And back down to July lows. Okay, just to get the WXY correction or double top, double bottom formation we've been talking about over the last few months. Okay, so Ether, once again, Ether, remember guys, we've been bearish on Ether right here at 41-4200 range. It's not like we started being bearish on Ether right here. Okay, so if you've been following our channel, you must basically been, you know, been killing it, right? Got out right here, you know, and still waiting for the entry. Even if you enter that our previous entry right here, you could have basically sold at, you know, 33, 34, 36k area and looking to buy back your Ether right here with only 2 moves. Okay, sold right here, right? I mean, sold right here, bought right there, sold right here, and looking to buy back again right here. Only 3 trades on the macro view. Took 6 months, but very, very profitable trades. Okay, as you can see right here, right, you got a nearly 50% move, another 50% move, right? And you're looking for another 50% move right there, right? 47, 50% move. Okay, so that's how we do it with Send Crypto. All right. All right, Dexter, thanks a lot for tuning in. Right, now let's take a look at Ether on a daily basis. Right, market is so volatile right now. The daily could be giving you a lot of noise, but on a daily basis, I don't see anything crazy, guys. The trend, it is still down. You take a look at your MACD, nothing is showing a potential reversal. Could we get a potential reversal over the next like a couple of days? Possibly, but looking at my MACD right here, does not look good at all. It doesn't look good at all. Okay, still pointing down, right, on a daily basis, right? So, and on the 3D basis, right, take a look at it right here. Doesn't look good. Okay, doesn't look good. Okay, doesn't look good. You broke your trend line support, and you broke the trend line in you know, in term of MACD, right? So I'm just gonna give you another quick tip. I've been talking about it, right, over the last few weeks, few months, right? Whenever you get a flat correction, most people like to trade BTC, you know, in terms of wave analysis. So if you're trading BTC and you're expecting a flat correction like that, right, check your MACD. You know, you always going to get what, a divergence, something like that on your MACD. It could be slow or it could be fast. A fast one would look like that, like what you know, what Ether did right here, Ether and BTC. A slow one would look like that. And if you get a slow one, it means that you're most likely going to get a very low, you know, a very deep lower low. Okay, all that matters. Okay, so once you get your divergence, you're going to be looking for another retest of the top. You don't care about catching the top. All you care about is the reversal, because you're looking for a continuation to the downside, right, from your top right here, just like what happened right there, right? So what you need to look for is look for your MACD to cross negative again. Look for your MACD to cross negative again. So if you recall right here what I was saying, all right, if MACD crosses negative right here, right, we're going down, we're going down, we're going down, right? So if you recall what we said right here, if MACD if MACD crosses negative right here, we're going down, right? MACD crossed negative right here and we dump it. That's why we did not hesitate, right, to enter Ether short, right, when Ether dumped below 3150, because we know exactly at the same time what's been happening between 2850 and 3150 since when? Since like June 2021. Because why? We shorted Ether exactly at 2850 back then, because we know 2150, 3150 is a pivot point, and you couple it with your MACD crossing negative, you get 100% confirmation of a continuation to the downside. Did we look to short the top? No, we didn't care about the top. As I said, if you're going to get a flat correction, don't look for the top. Don't look for the top. You're going to get some indication, like, you know, engulfing candle right here. That's good, but it is not 100% confirmation. You probably get like maybe 10 to 15% confirmation. But your 100% confirmation, right, you're most likely going to get it after your MACD crosses negative right here, and at the same time your RSI gave you a nice, you know, breakout below the trend line support. So Ether was a clean, you know, clean setup, nothing crazy. and after we broke down below 3150, we never pumped back up above 3150. Okay, so that's how clean it is. But if you short it, like let's say try to short at resistance like 3250, it pumped all the way up to 3550, hit your stop loss, and you're going to be panicking and all that good stuff, right? But you just have to be patient, because you're looking for a 30, 40, 50% move to the downside, right? You just have to be very patient, right? So you're looking for a move like, let's say, from 3150, all the way down to like a 1710. That's like a 40-50% move, right? 46% move to be exact, right? All right, guys. So let me check the chat room to see if you guys have any question, and we're going to make it a short live stream. So guys, if you have any question regarding any alt, you can just mention it so I can take a look at those alt before we call it a day. LTC, it is still holding at 91. I'm still bearish on LTC, still holding the nearly 12-month support right here since like June. Okay, so MACD just crossed negative, as we just said. As you can see, LTC, a nice flat correction, okay, but you couldn't get the confirmation, right? Oh, we did have confirmation for ATC dumping, okay, but the thing is, the 100% confirmation or the high volatility, you're only going to get it after your MACD crosses negative, okay, and we did get it right here on the 2D basis. Okay, we got it right here on the 2D basis when LTC was right around like 110, 180, 110, just about like 110, okay. So and you take a look at the 2D time frame right there, it is still pointing down. Okay, so price action will do something like that. To give you guys a good example, right, let's take a look at AVAX USDT. So take a look at AVAX, right? Beautiful move, right? Beautiful move, right? Right here, you got your flat correction, right? Take a look at your MACD, gives you, a nice, reversal right here. You got your negative crossover. What happened? Sucker is dumping. It could dump all the way down to the low 30s, okay? All the way down to the low 30s, right? And you take a look at a CRO. Take a look at CRO. As soon as we cross negative right here, what happened? Bang, dumping down. Okay, and if you've been following our channel, we talk about CRO dumping down to the low 20s, mid to low 20s. Okay, we talk about it when sucker was like 45, 50 cents, right? 50% dump. Okay. Another one is Zen. I'm still looking for Zen to drop lower. Now it it crossed negative, right? But try to push back up. So if you don't know what's going on, you might be bullish, but we talk about Zen in my premium, right, for a potential retest of all the way down to like a 22 and then 14, okay, over the next like a few weeks and so on. Okay, so keep an eye on Zen for a retest of the 0.618 right there, okay, which is going to give it a nice 90% drop from the all-time high, right? So let's take a look at ETHBTC. So ETHBTC, so it got a trend line resistance. It depends how you want to look at it. Okay, it is, if you want to look at it in a channel, you could just say, okay, we're in a channel, okay, and we could be looking for a retest of the trend line support right here. However, the way I want to look at it is like, okay, we're still in a divergence right here. Okay, MACD tried to cross bullish, right, on our weekly basis. It did cross bullish, right, but price action is not looking to stay clean above the 21 EMA right here. So that's not a good sign. If we cross negative right here, price action dump again below the 21 EMA, it is likely to retest lower prices. Okay, and it could even create a bigger WXY correction just like that. okay, just like that. So Ether, right, could still retest the 0.055 BTC over the next like a few months. I don't think it will take like 2 days and all that good stuff, but it could be, you know, over the next like a few months and all that good stuff. A strong trend line resistance, you know, on the weekly or even, you know, down to the 3D basis, right? Doesn't matter how you want to look at it. Okay, so you want to be, you know, you want to be accumulating for the next dump right here. Try to retest the trend lines resistance again. Okay, so let's take a look at KNC. So KNC, hopefully you got out, right? But KNC, next big support going to be 150 to 160 right here, and then after that, right, you got the 115 on average right here. And these are not reversal supports. Okay, if you're looking for, let's say I'm looking for like a short-term pullback, 30, 40, 50% move, right? We could get it, you know, if we retest the 115 over the next like a few few weeks, okay, or even month, right? So that's what you're looking for KNC. You got your trend line, you got a trend line support right here, right? It's hard to tell, right, where is it going to be at, right? But if we get a strong directional move, it is going to be at 150, okay? But just look for the trend line support for a temporary move, for a temporary sideways correction right here, okay? But we got the weekly 100 EMA around like 185. So I would say like 190, even 190 up to 190, you still could get a temporary support. Okay. But the main thing is like on the 3D, right? We crossed negative. Okay. As you can see right here, brought the trend line support. So any reversal back up, right, going to be just a pullback to retest your trend line resistance, and MACD might not flip bullish again. Okay. It might not flip bullish again. Okay. So KNC, we basically in another reversal down to a support, right, over the next like a few weeks possibly. Okay. However, if we get back above the 3D 21 and MACD flips bullish, that could be a whole new ball game. Okay, kind of like what happened right here. Okay, as you can see right here, after we dump below the 21, we push back up, retest the top, but MACD never flipped bullish right here. Right, that's how you catch these tops. You don't look for the absolute top. But I think KNC is done, right? 5.5 to a $6 range was the initial first resistance, right? The second resistance was up to like a $10 to $12, but since BTC could not push higher, this guy lost the momentum. Okay. Hey, what's up, Nikki Alexandro? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Alex Zastro. KNC, we talk about KNC, XRP actually, right? A quiet cook. Let's take a look at EOS BTC, because I haven't talked about EOS BTC for a while, but EOS BTC is still looking pretty decent. Okay, not great, not good. Okay, so EOS BTC, if we dump below the support, just to give you an easy analysis, if we dump below support, look for the 3600, 3600 SAS. Okay, that's going to be the next temporary support. Resistance 10,000, right, to 12,000, and basically 23,000 to 25,000. Okay. Solana macro view. Solana is extremely bearish. Okay. Solana. I hope you mean Solana, okay? SOL USDT. So if we take a look at SOL USDT, what I just showed you, right, in terms of MACD, 3D cross negative, right, after a bull divergence, that's not a good sign. It means a possible continuation. So we could be looking for, a deeper move. Okay, we could be looking for a deeper move, and I talked about it in my premium couple days ago regarding Solana. macro view and all that good stuff. Okay, let's see. We got, you know, Fibonacci to 236 at $56, right? But I think I was looking at it in a different angle. Okay, but Solana, we've been nailing it. Okay, even when it was like 195, we were calling for the $75. Okay, we hit that exactly at, you know, right here. Okay, and it pumped back up to 150. You know, even after we pump, even before we pumped back up to 150, when it was like $80 late March, we were calling for the you know, 140 to 150. So the direction for Solana, it is down. Okay, it is down as of now. Okay, most likely going to break this support. If it bounces back up, right, and break above the resistance 140, we could start to look for a move up to like a all-time high, or even a break above all-time high. But as of now, nothing is showing a potential big reversal. As you can see, your MACD on your 3D basis could do something like that. And remember, MACD is a lagging indicator. It's not a leading indicator. So if it, you know, drag down like that, it means price action will need to drag it much lower. You see what I'm saying? So price action will need to drag itself like a, you know, much lower. Okay, all right, what else? XRP. Let's take a look at it on the monthly. So XRP, you know, on a monthly basis doesn't look good. We're below the monthly 21 EMA. Price action is below price action in terms of MACD. Okay, MACD indicator, right? Cross negative. Price action below the monthly 21. You could be looking for 0.618 for your temporary support. It is at 36. Okay, we still got 50% pullback at 45, right? That could hold temporarily, right? If that temporary support gets, you know, broken, right, we could be looking for the 33. Okay, 33 to 30 you know, 31 cents. Okay, and 0.786 going to be all the way down to on average 21 cents. So XRP, the fact that we're below the monthly 21, making it looks pretty ugly. Okay, we just have to wait over the next like a few weeks to get at least a weekly bullish pattern, right, to start like looking for some macro directional move, because we cannot look for macro directional move when all the macro indicators, right, macro time frame, not looking so great. Once again, I'm not saying like XRP pumping like 20%, 15% out of nowhere, right, or even 50%, right? I'm talking about like a directional reversal up to like a $2, $3, stuff like that. We need these indicators, right, to flip, you know, to flip bullish. Okay, in terms of RSI, you still got a resistance trend line, right? In terms of your RSI, started since like December 2020. Right here, you got right there, you got multiple resistances, so it got to get broken before we talk about like some, you know, higher time frame macro directional move. Okay, a clean one. Okay, XLM and XRP, they look the same. So if you get an XRP analysis here, you know, let's do this. So Zilliqa BTC, Zilliqa USD. So Zilliqa USD, the weekly time frame, it is still not bearish. If we take a look at it on our 3D basis, we cross negative. Price action is below the 3D 21, so it is a reversal pattern. Okay, regardless of what we do right here, until we get another bullish reversal on our 3D, the directional trend for Zilliqa, it is still going to be down. So we could look at it in terms of wave analysis. Since we got some sort of indication, you know, the direction is down, we could be looking at it as a W, X, and Y correction. And the Y wave could be all the way down to like a 0.03, which is going to be at 0.618. Okay, we got the move from 50% pullback, right? Only Zilliqa pump like that. Most of these alt did not make that 5x pump, right? Right here, 6x pump. Okay, that's why when Zilliqa was Zilliqa BTC was at right around like 100 sats, I was telling you guys Zilliqa, it is still a good hold regardless of what the Zilliqa USD going to do. Okay, so and Zilliqa pump 5x. So if you hold on to your Zilliqa, you would have basically took profit at 400 sats to 500 sats and looking to buy back again around like 100 sats to you know, 50 sats, right? But the directional trend as of now, it is down as long as MACD stays down. Okay, as long as MACD stays down, just like that. Okay, you just don't know how long this guy is going to stay down like that. Okay, it could stay down like that regardless of the type of noise we're going to make right here. This guy could stay down till like September, October, right? Or even December, or even till next year, whatever, right? That's the easiest analysis I can find for Zilliqa, right, as of now. But I like ZIL BTC. You guys know I always talk about Zilliqa BTC. It is still going to be a good hold, right? So MACD on the 3D crosses negative price action. It is still looking to stay above the 3D 21, so we could still get some noise in this range. Remember the BTC pairs, right? They move slower. Okay, they move slow. But I told you resistance for Zilliqa, right here, 400 to 500 sats. Okay, so next macro support over the next like a few weeks or even month or years going to be at 55 to 60 cents. Okay, right there I told you bottom support right there, 100 sats, right? And it pumps like 4x, okay, against BTC, nearly 5x against BTC, right? We could get to 1000 sats over the next like a few months, I don't know, right? But we will see. Okay, if we do something like that and find another support at 100 sats, we can still go all the way up to 1000 sats. So the best thing to do, right, just respect the 100 sats support. If it, if we break it, you just suck it up and look for 50 to 55 sats. Okay. All right, Dexter. So let's take a look at XLM. So XLM, pretty similar to the rest of the market, right? Just got a continuation pattern right here. Could it be a triple top? I don't see it with this negative crossover right here. It doesn't look like a triple top. Most traders out there are going to call it a triple top, but I don't think it is a triple top. I mean triple bottom. Okay, a good example is AXS USDT. Let me show you a good example before I showed you XLM. If you take a look at AXS right here, right, if you don't know what's going on, right, you're just trading like the hourly time frame and all that good stuff, you're going to call this a triple top, triple bottom. I saw it myself, okay, and I was like, that's not a triple bottom. Okay, if we get our MACD right here to cross negative, right, cross negative right here, right, it is likely to come from our BNB analysis, our Luna analysis, all of them. So I was using AXS as a leading indicator, as it created this big flat correction right here. Some of them, they retest the triple bottom, and most people are going to think like it is a triple bottom, and they start buying right here and sucker pump a little bit and then dump, kind of like on the Zen USDT. Zen USDT, as you can see right here, right, it created the triple top right here, and people called it a triple top. Plus you got a 50% pullback, so you got to respect it. But however, the MACD was already negative, so I saw it pumping after I made my analysis for a dump all the way down to $19 support in 1070 support. It pumped back up to like a nearly 43 with a wick. Okay, but if you don't understand what's going on, you might be FOMOing and say, oh, it is a triple bottom, I'm going all in, and sucker going to dump another 50%, right? So be cautious. Flat correction, right, it is one of the most profitable trade setup, especially in a bear market. It is one of the most profitable trade setup. Okay, right here. So you take a look at XLM. Don't fall for any pump right here, because your MACD just crossed negative. If it pumps, you have to wait for your MACD to flip bullish, and after that you have to wait for price action to retest your 21 EMA, right, for you to be very comfortable. So don't fall for it. Okay, so since we got a directional move based on the 3D basis, you could do a swing low to swing high and look for 0.618, going to be at 10 cents give or take. Okay, 10 cents, because we talked about the 14 cents, right, but it took forever to retest like the 14 cents 15 cents area. Okay, it just hit it right there, 0.618. okay, I mean 50% pullback. We talked about it when it was like around like a 25, 26, but you can see like in a bear market things move very slow. So between 25 to 15 cents, it is not a big move really, right? Just about 40%. These guys can do it in 3 days. But take a look at this guy. We called it like back in January. It hit it like in May. Okay, because we in a bear, let's call it bear market, right? For this guy, right? So let's see. Okay, if we break the 1,589 cents right here, we're going to we're going down to 10 cents, and after that we could even look for a nice pump all the way up to a 1,589 range. Okay, which is going to be nearly a 40 to 50% pump. Hey, what's up, Jude Moonboy, XRP, Mr. XRP 589? Thanks a lot for tuning in. DODO BTC. So DODO getting dumped all the way down back to the bottom right here. So you got a temporary bull flag, bear flag actually right here. Okay, it is just bear flag. Okay, it's not a reversal pattern. Could basically retest the absolute bottom, but very close to the bottom right here. In terms of indicators, the volatility is so low, right? Even though you got a bullishness right here, right? Bullish divergence. We in a bear market. Not every bullish divergence will play out. Okay, that's what you need to think about. If we in a downtrend, right? If an alt is in a bear market, if you get a bullish divergence, don't count on it like 80%, maybe like 40% max, 50% max. Okay, because the macro downtrend, it is still high, it is still pretty strong. So for instance, let's take a look at it on a 3 weeks basis. So you take a look at it on a 3 weeks basis, right? Nothing is showing a potential reversal, even though you did have a bullish divergence on your 3D. You can see like on your 3 weeks, it's just pretty linear. It's linear. Okay, so it means you can still get a pump and a retest. Okay, so I mean, it is near the bottom, so I wouldn't be too bearish at this area, right? Just accumulate it all the way down to the bottom. Okay, yeah, on the weekly nothing is showing. On the weekly, you just got a bullish crossover, and all the newbies, right, they're going to buy a bullish crossover. You don't buy a bullish crossover. Okay, you don't buy. Market doesn't reverse because of a bullish crossover. Okay, you just have to wait. Okay, but I like it. I like this macro double top. You got like nearly the bottom was back in December 2020, right? So you got nearly 17-18 months of nearly 20 months of sideways correction. Okay, I mean retest of the bottom. So which is pretty good. Okay, so you just have to be cautious, ready, not cautious, but just have to accumulate the dips, right, for the next like maybe 2 to 3 months and wait for the proper reversal. Okay, if we break support, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, all right, Cannibal Wealth. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a day. It is already 50 minutes. We already talked about enough alt and BTC and all that good stuff, right? I'm gonna call it a day, and we will try to go live again. It is most likely going to be a very volatile week, as we just opened the 3 weeks new 3 weeks candle. Most people don't pay attention to the 3 weeks candle, but May 7th we just opened the 3 weeks candle right here. Recall what happened right here after we opened the 3 weeks candle on May 7th last year. Okay, right there. Okay, we just opened a new one, so that's not good. In a downtrend, it is a very strong bearish candle. I mean, it is a very strong bearish time frame. Okay, May 7th through basically May 27th. Okay, 28, whatever. Okay, so you got 21 days, right, to close the candle. So just be cautious until late May, right, May 28th, to get a proper bullish setup. But I just don't see the current 3 weeks cycle, right, to go all the way back up to like a 59. So if you're expecting like 50k, 60k, just be, you just got to be cautious, not expecting it in May when we below our monthly 21 EMA. 3 weeks 21 EMA, MACD on our 3 weeks, both on our 3 weeks and monthly time frame are pointing down on our weekly basis, pointing down on our basically 3D basis, on our daily basis, right? 6 hour, and everything is pointing down, even down to the hourly time frame. Everything is pointing down, right? So you just have to be very, very, very cautious. Nothing wrong to stay with the downtrend. Nothing wrong to be bearish. Okay, nothing wrong. You don't own the market. I don't own the market. You make profit based on, you know, volatility, whether it's bullish or bearish. You don't care. You just take care of the direction. You know the direction, you stay with the direction. You know the direction, you stay with the direction. Don't try to I try not to anticipate an early reversal. As you can see right here, we never long BTC at 30k. We were just buying. Okay, you know, just buying at the 30k and selling at, you know, 41k last year. Right here, as soon as we, you know, broke out below, you know, the 3D21, we said it's time to get out. Right here, you know, once again, as soon as we broke out below the, you know, 40k, below the 3D21, MACD cross negative, we said to get out. Okay, right here, right, as soon as we pump above 10.5, 11.5, we said macro bullish, zero resistance. Okay, all the way to 44k. Pretty easy strategy. You're not looking for the top. You're not looking for the bottom. You're just looking for the direction. Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it moving sideways? Okay, that's the only three things you got: going down, moving sideways, or going down. That's it. Or going up, whatever. Okay, so hopefully it makes sense, right? Be safe out there. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.